Hello everybody, my name is Fabio, better known as Nettuno in the sports trade business, and in this video I'm gonna talk to you about bankroll management, an easy subject. And it's always talked about in any environment in the sports trade business, and in this video I'll try to open your mind about bankroll management. This video here is for beginners, intermediates, those guys who are still struggling. This video is not for those who are already advanced users, for those who already are making a lot of loot, etc. I will do a new video after this, talking about bankroll management for intermediate to advanced users. But this first video is for beginners to intermediate users. Okay, so let's get to the point. I have made a little script for myself in here. I'll try to base myself on it. I probably won't succeed. Maybe I will even get into some slightly more intermediate issues here. So anyway, let's go. What is bankroll management? What is bank management? Bankroll management is the following. Barcelona will play in a while. I see they're back for Barcelona, so I'll put 1 real, 10 reals, 100 reals, 1,000 reals, 10,000 reals. How much money do I place on this back Barcelona that I see happening right now in front of me? The bankroll management, it will tell you. The bankroll management will tell you the back Barcelona you can put 10 reals or you can put 100. The bankroll management, it serves to tell you how much money you're going to put into the market, right? And what is this for, Nettuno? Why do I have to know this? Why? This is why you need to know about bankroll management. Bankroll management, although a lot of people does not like. They think it's bad, I don't like this is useless here. And it is something extremely necessary. Extremely necessary. Without bankroll management, any time or another, you broke. The great function of bankroll management, it's functional, especially for you who are starting out. It's avoid you to break a bank. This is what it's for. It's the function number 1 of bankroll management for those who are starting. It's avoid you to break your bank. But why? Because someone's gonna start. Let's hear an example. He has a small bank and he put it 10 reals. Then he starts to trade. Then he starts to do one entry, he puts 5 reals. At the other he puts 10 reals. Other one he puts 1. Another one he puts 20 reals. After that is Barcelona versus Alaves. Man, Barcelona and Alaves. Barcelona has 130. Alaves lost all games. Barcelona has Messi. Man, Barcelona will win this game. There is no way to lose it. And what do we do in this situation? Many of the beginners will say in this time, goes there and take half of the bankroll and puts back Barcelona of 130 or 120. And the game ends 1-1. How many times this has happened? So God, Barcelona, the game you were bought. You weren't. It happens every time. All seasons there is a lot of games with the favorites to 130, 120, 110 that does not win the matches. So the bankroll management is useful to preserve you. In this situation, if you're a beginner, it will tell you, man, it's not 50% that you have to put in this entry. Take 1 or take 2. Okay, it's the bankroll management. It serves to protect you to not break the bankroll. This is primordial function to the management. And there is more. Let me put here another that is also very important here. See, when I have to do the management of the bankroll, there is a lot of people that goes wrong in there. There is a lot. The bankroll management is before the game. Nettuno, how can you say before the game? How do I know to put back Barcelona or not? To know if you're gonna put back Barcelona or not is method. Okay, so your method will say to you how much you're gonna put in this back Barcelona. You have to write this before the game. Why this before of the game? Because in the heat of the game, in the heat of the match, you will wrong the bank management. You will wrong. You'll be so emotive. You'll be so sad. There is a lot of things happening. Maybe you already took a red in this game, or perhaps you took a green. All these will influence you. And normally this will lead you to take more risks, to put more money in it. Then you who are a beginner will put a lot of money in it. And if everything goes wrong, you will stand back, so close to break the bank. Management is before the game. If happens the back Barcelona, how much I put? 1%, 2%, 3%, define this before. To define management. During the game and before the entry, is to make a beginner very wrong move. Is to make a wrong move, and after that you definitely will break your bank. Okay, so define this before. And if it happens the A scenario, then I'll put something. If the B scenario happens, then I'll put something. If it happened my method, I'll define this before. will help you a lot. And when you go to define this, when there's no game, and you take your spreadsheet, analyze your methods, and make the management for it. You have to do this calmly, no pressure on you, no matter what happens. 30 reds in the center, then I will not break the bank. Then you make your adaptation. This is why you need a bankroll management, so do it this before the game begins. One question, unity or percentage? They are the same things. Unity and percentage are the same things, only the way of speaking changes. So I will split my bank in 100 unities. That means that every unity is 1% of a bank. I will split my bank in 200 unities. That means that every unit of your bank is 0.5%. Simple. This is the only difference between them. You just change how you say. There isn't wrong or right. Whatever you take, unities or percentages, it doesn't matter how you say that. Make yourself comfortable and let me... after all, how many are there? Okay, I'm doing here. How much do I put? I create a method. Okay, initial steps. I have a method for back, I have a method for over, I have a method for corners, I have 500 methods for all things. How much do I put in every one of them? So here's the deal. When you're a beginner, the initial function is to know if you're profitable. Right? You created 500 methods. There is a lot of videos here on YouTube that teach you how to create a method for sports trade. I will leave some of them in the description down below, so you go take a look calmly on these videos on the description. Created your methods, right? You have a method for back, you have a method for over. Follow this line. I will lose the entire stake on my method. For example, method of over 2.5. I lose my entire stake if it doesn't happen to 2.5. Or my method has a guarantee that I can be barely between 13, 14, 15%. If you lose the entire stake on your own method, no, there is nothing wrong about to lose the entire stake in one method, right? What is wrong is that you lose the entire stake in one method and get the bankroll management wrong in it. And in this method, you lose your entire stake. I'll put 10% of the bank. That's the error. Because if you got 1 wrong, 2 wrong, 3 wrong, that's 30% of the board. Then you fall into the ladder theory and the emotion will run high. If I lose the entire stake in one method, then I should use less percentage on it. I can lose every stake and then I will use 1%, 0.5%. Your initial objective is for you to survive at least for 3 months. Because after 3 months, if you keep the same methods, then you pick it up and realize, man, this method here is giving me money. This is where I need to focus on. This other one, I'm losing money, it's not working out, I'm observing this. And the things were getting clear, where you get money. Focus there, you can put more money. Where you lose, stop, do it, change, adapt, put less money. That's how things work. Yeah, and then I start to get into a more intermediate, advanced conversation. But look at things separately, right? How much to use, the bigger your red is, the less you use. Generally speaking, in general, I would give you 1%. Then you say, oh, Nettuno, 1%. The other stall is 100 reals. I'll put 1 real on the interest. This doesn't make any sense. You're right. Financially, I agree with you. It doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't make any sense you put 10 reals in the interest. Because this won't lead you anywhere. Okay? This is I will tell you now. May sound very strange to you. But it's the raw truth. You've just arrived in the sports trade. Man, it won't make any difference to use 1 or 10 or 100 reals in your interest. Okay? This is why. Because you don't even know if you're gonna make money with it. You don't even know if you're going to. You have just arrived. You have 1 month, 2 months, 3 months of trade. Man, you're just starting the business. What will make you money there? Make real money up front. It's your method with the management and your emotional. And this beginning here that you're putting 1 real, 10 reals, 20 reals, you realize that it's already so outdated, bro. It doesn't make any difference. It wasn't making any difference. If you're a guy that had, let's say, the capacity of at first developing a profitable method, great, awesome, your bankroll will grow much lower. But we'll get there. But this is not the typical. The common thing is when the guy enters the trade and does not find a profitable method. You use all of them. He's not focused. Every other day he changes everything. That is, he will be a loser who will lost money. This is the common path of practically everybody, of 90% of the people who sat here. That was my path too. At the beginning I just lost and lost and lost. I spent 2 years just losing. For then I started to winning. If back in the beginning, those first months of my life, I had deposited $100 in broke, I deposited 50 and broke, deposited 50 and broke, deposited 100 and broke. My deposits were always $50, $100. And back then, I had noticed how much to deposit. Maybe $1,000, $10,000. I would have broken the same. I would have broken the same way. It probably would have become so expensive for me. I would give up. Do you understand? That's why this initial stall management, its only initial function is to keep you alive, so you don't break your bank. Don't break your bank. Up ahead a year from now, half a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll find a method. And theirs will be your path. And that $1, $2, $3 will come just to keep you alive. On your first 3 months, bro, to survive. To survive, not breaking the bank, just use a little percent. Oh, Nettuno, financially is low, but you're learning, man. It's not time for you to do money. It's not now you buy a Ferrari. You buy a Ferrari in 20 years. Do you get it? You're not buying a Ferrari. Now you have to create a method for profit. So the bankroll management is for this. Right? When to change your management? So look. When do I change my management? Nettuno, I have everything ready and now I started my trade. 3 months, man. Every trade I make, I change the bankroll management. This is going to turn into a mixed salad. It's going to be a mess, not gonna work. For example, you have a 100 bank. Alright? Then he starts doing trades and his bankroll, then during the month he did 10 days of trading, his bankroll went to 120. He goes up this stake. Because now I'm going to adapt, I use the percent, now it's going to be 120. This will give you a knot, this will happen in the variance that all the methods have. You will take the red with the higher stake. You see, because for example, you started to get it right. The bank goes up the stake. Got it right, up the bank, up the stake. The camera is getting in my way. Look at this, like this. You're right. Raise its stake. Raise its stake. Raise its stake. Raise its stake. Your stake is in the highest spot. And you're about to get the red. You're so close of the red. Oh, I got a red with a good stake. What do I advise to you, bro? At least 1 month. You start with the same stake. Set to 1%, 1%. Forget the bank for the month. Put it in your stake. I will make 1% in all of my entries. At the end of the month, you sit down a day without any game. Take it easy, go get it. Damn, my bank raised it to that much. Now I will adjust the stake. Right? I know anxiety is treacherous. Man, it's just 1 month. If I could give you a better idea, I would do this for 3 months. In 3 months, you go up if you're calm and patient. Time goes by fast. If you're calm and patient enough to do this for 3 months, then you observe and then you raise the stake where you had profit. And lower the stake where you lost money, man. This will help you so much. Yet so much. If you be able to do this for 3 months, you did your trade, your methods, did it, applied, bank management, everything's firm, everything's fine, not wanting to put 50% of the bankroll, no madness, goes there for 3 months. At the end of these 3 months, you take those 15 methods, and you'll be able to see what gave you profit or gave you not. You take the profit one, pick it up the best, and in the best, those who you, not just financially good, but also better at what you like to apply. This is very important. I like this method a lot, it's working for me. I like to work late, I like to work under, regardless of the method you're using. Okay, so you raise the stakes. This one I will raise the stake. I made a lot of money with this for a whole 3 months. Now I will put more money in it. Then we'll have a method that you lost money for 3 months. And what the hell you do with this method you lost money? Well, man, or you try to adapt to him. Try to see what you're doing wrong with it. Try to adapt it. And the stake, low it. Low the stake is very difficult. Very difficult. I'm recording this video on June of 2021. I don't know when you're seeing it. I had a method in the past that worked a lot for many years, and went wrong at the beginning of 21. It was not that bad, but I stopped making money. I started to lose money with. What I did, I lowered the stake. When I lowered the stake in the first month with the low stake, he also gave me red. But now it's a little bit more comfortable to work with it. Now it's so green. But I realized that this deck, who gave me a lot of money, stopped making do it. Then I lowered the stake. It relieves my financial pressure of operating there. Now it's turning into green, so that's okay. In a while we're back to normal. And this will happen almost with all the people, with all the methods. It's not working, it's getting wrong, so stop the stake, slow down there. It's going right, so now let's focus on it. I had another method that weren't my best call, but I increased in 2021. Why? Because it's going right. That is, I balanced the very good method, then it gives me red, I lowered the stake. Another method was good, I simply raised the stake. This one continued to be good, this one I managed to balance, now the two are back together. This is for another video, this is a chat for intermediate advanced users. I believe I could open your mind to this issue of bankroll management. This channel here only deals with sports trading, sports betting. If you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like the video, you can leave a dislike. If you liked it, so give it a like. If you need some help, you can put a comment in the section down below, so I'll be gone.